Hello everyone and welcome back to Ajhd. It's been a while, and as you may notice, for you video watchers, we have our first guest ever. Kristen, say hi.
Hi.
It's my sister Kristen, and we are currently in Hawaii. So I decided to bring the mic, and I was like, hey Kristen, let's do a podcast, and she's down. And yeah, so we're currently on Hawaii. Kristen, how are you enjoying Hawaii?
We're on it. It's good. It's good. This is my second time in Hawaii, so it's been nice.
She's kind of a pro.
Yeah. I'm not a pro, but it's been nice to like enjoy the island with you and kind of like just be super chill.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, we did work a little though, so this is more on the vacation half of our trip.
Yeah,
so.
Since we both like work online, so the first half of the trip was like us working, and then now it's like Thursday. We leave Saturday, so we're kind of just enjoying the island, enjoying the weather. It's beautiful. It's been a lot of fun. We kind of are learning more about each other, I feel like, as siblings, because Kristen's definitely more of a planner than me. And like many times
What?
she's like, what do you want to do? And I'm just like, I don't know, let's just go with the flow. And I don't know, you want to speak on that?
You're right.
How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about it? I think we have a lot in common, and then we also have a lot of differences. So I think, it's good to learn. But this is our first Sib trip, so...
Sib trip, yep.
Yeah.
Just us Sibs.
Yeah. This is our first trip to, like, go somewhere that's, like, not a family-oriented vacation or something, so...
Yeah.
I think that was really cool. Like, just that being, like, our first kind of experience doing it, It's imperfect, but... It's fun.
Yeah, and to come to like such a tropical like paradise, it's pretty insane.
Yeah.
It's like insane that we're even here and doing it. And yeah, I got these amazing sunglasses, as you can see. They're really big and I love them. And
amazing.
Trying to catch
really good.
Trying to catch the viewers up on what's been going on in my life. I don't know.
Okay, how are you feeling?
Last podcast was New York. I talked about New York, which was like 2 months ago.
It's been a minute. It's March now.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
March
so what
3rd.
have you been doing like January, February? What's your
I don't know. It's a lot of school stuff, a lot of hang out with friends. Just this strongly dislike this part of the year. I love spring. March is one of my favorite months, like going into March. But from like end of December to most of February, it's just like blah. I just feel like everyone like.
Is that because of the cold?
Yeah, it's because of the cold. It's because of the darkness. It's because of the just like blah, blah. Everything in the winter.
Darkness.
What's your favorite season? If you say fall.
I know I'm gonna say the season that you hate is fall, but I do like
fall
spring.
is the worst season.
So, but to clarify, I live in Texas, so fall in Texas is like
it's summer. So your favorite
in Wisconsin, so
your favorite they don't know where I live. I just bleeped that out. I'm just kidding. They probably figured out if they're really trying to
I didn't say your address. Okay, he lives in a cold environment.
I live in northern Maine.
Alaska vibes.
Oh yeah, Kristen has this giant problem of saying vibes too much. So during this podcast,
I'm not gonna say it a single other time, so it's gonna be completely invalidated.
There is no invalidation needed.
There's no way I'm gonna be able to get through the whole thing without saying it.
She says vibes a lot, which is fine. It's a fine vocabulary word, but it is like a pandemic or an infection in the sense where if she starts saying it, I will start saying it, and it's a good word.
It's contagious.
It's a great describing adjective.
Yeah, it's not, but
no, it
very
is.
versatile.
It is. That's why it's great, but it's also terrible because it's just so blah. When you start using it too much, it's like it's like oatmeal.
Sorry, didn't mean
that. Yeah. So, Kristen,
it's like oatmeal.
Bland.
Yeah, I don't like oatmeal either.
Versatile.
I don't.
Okay, fall is the worst season because
he is invalidating my season.
Fall is the worst season because everything is dying around you, and everyone's like, "Oh, the pretty colors." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, nothing.
Flannel. People start wearing flannel.
He is very passionate about this.
We all know how I feel about flannel. Number 2.
It's a noun.
All the leaves are dying. all of the trees are dying, and we're celebrating it. We're like, oh, the pretty colors. You are watching death. You are literally watching the living things around you, just like, oh, I'm running out of water. It's getting cold. Help me. And everyone's like, oh, look at the pretty colors. That frustrates me. And
we gotta bring it down.
the end of summertime, which is the happiest time of the year, and everyone has so much fun in the summer. And if you think you have more fun in the fall, you're wrong. So everyone should have summer be the best season. Spring is obviously the second best season. Winter, fall.
I'm glad you're not that opinionated about it, though. You're pretty chill about it.
And someone I used to be friends with was like, hey.
Oh, an ex-friend. If you're watching this,
they're not
you're
watching
not,
this.
You're not part
They
of the
better
friend
not be
group,
watching
right?
this. They're like, well,
maybe they actually aspire to be your friend again.
Nope, they do not. I promise
Okay.
you. Anyways,
We'll talk about that later.
No, we won't. Anyways, spring. They were like, well, what if like spring? Well, since like the opposite of fall, like everything's like
This voice.
growing and like getting better and shit. And I'm just like, no, wait, whoa. And I'm thinking, because they were like asking, why isn't winter the worst? Because everything's already dead. But it's like, I feel like it's better to. How do I phrase this in a way that's understandable?
Please do.
You're closer to the happiness than you are. Fall is like the mark of the end of the happiness, and you have to go through the winter to get to spring.
Yeah.
When you're in winter, it's like, okay, at least it's almost spring. You know what I mean?
Because you're always living for sun.
No, because just like time-wise, you're closer. Anyways.
But time-wise, like you're defining
Summer's the
winter
best,
as,
fall's the
like,
worst.
like dead things.
Winter, it is barren, dead, cold,
Right.
dark.
I think they get it.
Anyways, happy March, everyone. March Madness is coming up.
Spring break vibe.
Spring break. Yeah, we're kind of on spring break.
I don't want to say vibe.
She just said it again.
Spring break vibes.
Spring break vibe. Guys, I know like the first episode, I think this might be episode 10 or 9.
Really?
Yeah. Or 8.
I feel like I was watching all of them and there's only even like 6. If this is 10, I got you on that double digit.
Let's check, guys.
Okay.
There's
Episode 6.
Wow, there's only episode 7, guys. To be fair, I have recorded multiple other episodes. So
to be fair, there are unreleased footage.
So kind of. Do you hear that music?
Yeah.
So kind of like it is episode 10.
Except.
But to you
no one
guys,
else
it's episode
feels
7.
Like that.
Okay, well, I know in the first episode I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have guests or not, blah blah blah. Well,
But then
I asked
someone
Kristen,
so
and it was.
tempting to...
I just wanted to try it out. You will probably notice that a lot of the times during this podcast, I'm gonna step on what Kristen's saying, just because I worry sometimes I'm a bad communicator, guys. Because I really try to listen, but then I just get distracted mid conversation, and I just like feel like. Ow, got sand in my eye. Then I just feel like responsible to just like share that opinion, you know?
You feel responsible to vocalize your thoughts
Yeah.
over others.
Also, so we got coffee this morning,
We did.
and the coffee ladies, the baristas, have been so ridiculously mean to me.
Okay, not mean.
Compared to, no, they're mean.
I would
Compared to
say-
Kristen. And to the point where literally I go to them, I'm like, hey, how you doing? They're like, fine. What do you want? I'm like,
They're not like that to me at all.
no, yeah, not to you,
Maybe
to
because
me.
I know my coffee order.
I know my coffee order too. It's not that uncommon. I was like, yo, can I get a iced caramel macchiato? They're like, yeah, we don't do that. We can do like a latte. And I'm like,
Okay, they said an iced vanilla latte with caramel. That's what they said they could do. And
which
then you
is
said
nothing like what I said.
And then they
I
said,
just
or
want
you
espresso and cream and
but
some
not,
caramel.
not in the little cup.
Obviously not in a little cup. I want a lot of cream. I want milk.
Basically, he
I want
wants
to pour
this
milk.
much milk.
I want that
and
much milk,
this
like
much
3 shots of espresso, and just some caramel sauce. Like, how
And
hard
when
is that?
you
And a
say
little caramel
some,
syrup.
You mean extra.
Yes, that's what I want. That's always what I want. That's always what I forever will want.
I think they're just not connecting.
I look so good in this lighting. Guys, I got kind of burnt.
I feel like I look like washed out.
Kind of. Anyways.
Why? I'm glad you feel
Where
cool.
were we? So the baristas were mean to me.
They're not mean. They're just like, I feel like they weren't super They were not overly nice to you.
Lattes are
but
not my favorite.
He orders first, and then I order, and then they're always super nice to me.
Yeah, because I was hella nice to them. No, I was way
You're
nicer.
saying they're nice to you only because you
the dude at the
nice
barista, the dude at the freaking espresso machine. I was like, "Have a nice day." He goes, "Thank you." Who doesn't say "You're welcome"? Or, I mean,
you're
like,
right.
Have a good day. You know what I mean?
I think that this is a practice in being able to give and not expecting to
Guys,
receive.
Kristen, how do I phrase this? How do I phrase this?
I'm already disappointed with whatever you're gonna say.
You guys share your opinions below if you want. Otherwise, don't. We were at a mountaintop, okay? And we were hiking. We were at a mountaintop, and Kristen dropped a chip on the ground. We were eating some potato chips.
Not the best trail snack, but yeah, that's what we had.
That's what we had, and we were eating the chips, devouring them. She drops a potato chip. She goes, "Oh no." Picks it up. I go, "Why don't you just throw that in the forest?" No one is around. It is a wild forest. And she throws the chip like she's holding the chip. She doesn't throw the chip. I was like, "Why not?" Explain your reasoning, Kristen, so I don't misinterpret this. And then I'm not going to give my opinion on it. We're just going to let the viewers reason about this. And I just want to know, like, what my viewers, for any of you guys listening, like, I just want to know. Do we agree? Do we disagree?
So, to clarify, you're saying you want me to explain why it is that I didn't want to throw the chip in the forest.
Correct.
Because, one of the classic, like, rules of, like, going into nature and hiking or traveling in nature is to leave it the way you found it and not throw things in it, like trash or anything, really. Like, you're not really supposed to, like, put anything in nature.
Fair enough.
But I think, secondly, and most importantly to me, is that potato chips have, like, processed ingredients, and
also, to put this in perspective, Kristen is a vegan.
That's not really any perspective that adds.
It is.
But, okay. So I would just say that I don't believe that. Like, I don't even think that potato chips are really great for us. So I just think it's unnecessary to, like, throw it into the wild, throw it into nature, and risk an animal eating that processed food. I just don't think it's really good for their body and their system. They're not eating processed food in their daily lives. You know, they're not, like, that's not really good for them. So why not just, like, pick up the chip, not that much effort, and then save it. We had the empty potato bag afterward. I just put it in there, and we just threw it away when we got back. I think that's pretty normal.
I think it is a reasonable idea for you to have that feeling. I definitely wouldn't have done that. But you know what? You got to be open-minded, guys. You have to. I want you guys to say what you think below of that. Which, do you agree? Do you disagree? Like, obviously, yes, we don't want to, like, give bad food to animals. But I just imagine like a decrepit, limping squirrel, and like it's dying for food, and it's like, and it stumbles across a potato chip that a hiker left, and it's like, a potato chip, the calories I need, and it's just like.
First of all, no. Second of all,
and we killed that squirrel by taking the potato chip back.
Second of all, the squirrel is in its natural environment, its natural habitat. It has the food it needs.
Maybe.
It's not decrepit.
I think a lot of animals die because they run out of food. Regardless, let's get off.
That's a whole topic about humans, like, probably taking their resources. And food.
Whoa.
That's a whole other topic.
Anyways.
Episode 8.
Yeah, this is episode 7. I love how I started off trying to do this every day, and it has taken me 4 months to get a week's worth of podcast.
You need slightly more realistic goals here.
Yeah. How about a podcast once a week?
I feel like that's a little bit more sustainable.
Okay, Kristen, what is your opinion on...
Oh, we're doing opinions now. Okay. Try my best.
How I talk to people.
Like
how I've talked to you over this vacation. Have you appreciated the high energy... constantly switching topics, difficult focusing, but like knowing that I care about what Kristen's saying, right?
Kind of feels like he's trying to describe what he wants me to say before I say it.
I do that a lot. I care about what she's saying, but at the same time, sometimes I'm just like, like my brain's just like
word vomiting, kind of.
Sure.
Would you agree?
Well, I don't think
Okay.
I word vomit. I think everything I say is like very intentional and like perfect.
So everything you say is intentional and perfect, and then you're asking me what do I think of the things that you say? It's perfect.
Yes.
I love it.
Perfect.
Wouldn't change it.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that you definitely, like, it's a large part of your personality to, like, change topics quickly and to be very expressive.
It's so fun. Like, you just keep it high energy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that both of us are high energy. I appreciate your high energy, but me being around you, like, subdues my energy because I think you take it to another level. And
I'm listening.
yeah,
I'm listening.
You need some help?
No, I'm listening.
And I think that, like, I could probably do slightly with less of the interruption, but I do think that I appreciate your authenticity.
Do you feel listened to?
If I were to say yes completely, that would probably be more of a lie. But I think that, like, I think that you do try your best to listen. I do think you're listening when you are when you are, like, trying to, you are listening.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have 2 more things I want to talk about. It's 17 minutes already in this podcast.
Oh my god, 17 minutes.
I know, right? It actually has flown by with someone talking to. Believe it or not, it's like a lot easier.
Believe it or not, when you're not talking to yourself.
When you're not just talking to a camera. A few things. Number one of my favorite topics. Do you think I will be famous? And if so, what type of famous person do you think I'll be? And how do you think it'll change me?
Oh wow, this is like so many questions. Wait,
That's
I'm already
3 questions
gonna
in one.
forget.
You have 2 minutes.
Wait.
Number 1, do you think I'll be famous? Yes or no?
I think if you want to be famous, you will be famous.
Answer the question.
Yeah, well, I think if you put the effort into it, you can.
Do you think I'll be famous? If you were a betting person, and let's say it's 30 years from now, you were transported 30 years from now, and someone goes,
Ew.
gun to your head, is AJ famous? Yes or no?
That is so aggressive.
Fine, not gun to your head.
If there's a gun to my head and they ask, is
God,
AJ famous right now?
I hate it when
think
people
that you
like
would
question
be,
the gun to the head thing.
If you were famous, they wouldn't be asking me, is AJ famous right now?
That's not the point of the question.
Okay, the logic is skewed.
You were teleported 30 years in the future and they go,
Yeah, but I'm not-
hey, you have to, do you think AJ turned out being famous or not?
Yeah.
Boom. Second question, how do you think fame will change me when it inevitably happens?
I think that's a really hard to predict, but I do think
A lot
that
of these questions
maybe,
are predicting questions,
Yeah,
Kristen.
okay. I think that maybe you already have, like, a sense of, like, fame to me is, like, thriving off of attention and,
True.
like, maybe attention-seeking behavior a little bit. I think that at a smaller scale, like in a daily life right now, you maybe, like, get rewarded or, like, you get that high of attention with maybe like a more normalized dose, or your normalized dose of attention, maybe like a certain level right now. But I feel like if you actually became famous, maybe like
It would
it
slowly
would
raise.
increase your normalized need and dosage that you would. We're not talking about drugs here, but like, yeah, I think it would just like increase what you need. But I also
Interesting.
think that you maybe with time, like in like meeting other people and interacting with more people, or like interacting with new interesting people, I just feel like you also could grow a lot and learn from that and learn how to like utilize your strengths even better.
Kristen, is there anything you want to say to the audience that you're passionate about? I felt like we talked about me a lot.
That I'm passionate about?
Yeah.
This is my one moment of opportunity.
Yeah,
like,
give a shout
at
out.
the very end, shout out.
Keep dropping this water bottle. Give something you're passionate about to the audience. Let them know.
I'm just passionate about people being like candid and direct with people. So if
Whoa.
you feel a certain way,
Whoa.
you should probably express yourself.
Yeah.
Whether that just be to like your friends, your family, loved ones, co-workers, like your boss, like just be direct and candid and have good intentions.
Let them know how you think, but don't be mean about it.
Yeah, have good intentions about the way you communicate with people.
Okay. Top 3 bullet points. What is something you wish that every person would do better?
I'm not good at.
Come on,
good at
you got
top
this.
bullet
You got
point.
this.
Like,
You got
is
this.
prime
3 bullet
weakness of my
points right now. Go,
personality.
go, 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 go.
Wait, what is the question?
3 bullet points.
Of what I wish people would do better?
Yes.
Be candid and express their authenticity. Okay.
2.
Eat better I'm looking at all you. And
She wants you all to be vegan.
No, I don't. I just think that we could be more intentional about feeding our body well. And then number 3, yeah, be kind. I think it's not that hard to be kind to people. So, yeah.
Okay, answers. What is your biggest
I will
problem?
push you off this stool.
What is your biggest problem with the American society?
What?
I cannot tell you how many times Kristen rants about the American society, the American culture.
I don't think it's a rant. No, not every time I say it, it's not a rant though.
Okay, so
It's more just like when I say American culture, he gets annoyed with me because he thinks that I should just say culture and he will assume it's American.
Obviously.
But I don't like. There's so many cultures in the world. If I just said the culture,
but there's so many cultures in America.
That's totally fine. But there's also so many cultures in the world. So
Right.
if I just said culture and it was to assume it's just the American culture, like, I just feel like.
Anyways,
This
what's your
is an
biggest problem? What's
unprecedented-
your biggest problem with
No,
American
I don't
culture?
know. I'm not good at like picking largest
Just pick
things.
one problem.
That we don't listen to each other, maybe. We seek to be right instead of seek to listen and understand.
Man, I don't know about that.
That's
Okay,
fine.
well. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap up this episode of AJHD, episode 7. Hopefully it was a good one. Let us know what you think about some of the questions we asked you guys to answer in the comments, or don't.
Will AJ be famous? Best question ever.
What do you guys think
Okay.
of Kristen? Do you think I stepped over her conversations a lot?
You're really putting yourself
Did
out
you have
there.
fun, Kristen? You were the first guest ever on
Yeah, I feel really
potentially a
honored.
famous podcast one
Yeah, I
day.
feel really honored to be your first guest. Thank you.
Yeah,
Really
no
appreciate
problem.
that.
No biggie.
No problem, Bobby. Also,
Yeah.
I think I'm a great guest, so you're welcome.
Meh. Destroy your day, guys. Destroy your day.
Like in a good way.
Grab your day by the freaking neck and just choke it.
I'm literally sharing a hotel room with this person.
Bye.
Terrifying. Bye.